What's up guys, and welcome to a little bit of exciting news. For those of you that have been following me on Instagram and other facets of social media, you'll know that I have just decided to drop into a 6-week shred. Why? Because I'm going to be at Olympia, baby! Quest have invited myself and Lainey. They're going to fly us out to the Olympia and we're going to be there representing, so we're going to be able to come and meet, greet, talk, chat and hang out with you guys again. Final Expo of the year, and I'm so excited about it. So excited that even though I just started my lean gain, I kind of got up to around about maintenance level. I decided there's no way I can go to Olympia and not give you guys some of those same selfies that I gave the other expos where I was shredded. So I have 6 weeks to get myself in shape. I'm going to take you along for the journey. We're going to be doing all my macros, weigh-ins, training, cardio, tips, hints, tricks that I use. It's going to be a little bit different because I'm only doing it over 6 weeks. This is not something I could have done if I hadn't only just come out of a shred. So that's something to know. So I'm basically going to be dropping myself back into where I was. My body hasn't had time to really develop anything coming out of that phase because I was reverse dieting out. So I should be able to drop back in. But because I've only got 6 weeks, I'm going to have to drop back in short, fast and hard. So I'm going to be going in, pulling the macros down. Cardio is going to be going in from the get-go. And we're going to see what we can do. 6 weeks. Here we go. So because I got up a little late, so normally I'd be up, say, 2 hours or so earlier, I'm going to double up my breakfast. So I get a good, nice fill, feed my body after the night. So I'm going to have some of the high protein bread as toast. Then I'm also going to have my usual standard that I enjoy. I'm going to go with, this is on when I'm prepping, I'm going to go with some porridge. And I'm going to go half and half because I have these protein porridge things in like a golden syrup. And just say I'm in a big bag, and then I split that half and half with normal porridge with a little bit of water and then almond milk. Check this out. Anybody else react really badly to bites? Look at that. That is one horsefly bite. One. I think I've shown you this before when it happened to me somewhere else, but I normally have a vein under there. You can just kind of see it. And it's bit me right on the vein yesterday when I was on a walk with the dog. Look at the mess it makes. Oh, it's itchy as hell. Itchy as hell. And I have found though, little tip, put with ice on it. If you ice it, it does take it down a bit, but in before Synthol comments. So this is what's going to go on. I'm using some of this. I can't believe it's not butter light. There, per 100 grams. Fat is only 38, carbohydrates obviously not negligible and protein negligible, but it's that fat. So for 10 grams of this, it's only 3.8 fat and you don't use 10 grams. Top that again, Marmite, a great choice. You need very little of this stuff and it's a great flavour puncher. So you're using about 5 grams of that, and you use about 5 or 7 grams of that. And I spread it on with a spoon. It's just way easier. Get the back of the spoon, scoop it up, and then put it on. Just way better than knife spreads it, because what happens is it helps, but as you spread the base, melts as it goes along but keeps the other bit at the top, so you don't end up spludging it all in just one area. Same with the Marmite. There we go. First, nice and simple. 6 grams of the Utterly Butterly and only 4 grams of Marmite covers those entire 2 pieces of bread, and they ain't small. So it's pretty much basics of what I do with the porridge. I have my frozen raspberries. Actually I'm having to use some quick oats because we're out of the normal oats. We're going to pick up some more today, but normally we would have just the standard flat rolled flavourless oats, but I'm going to use the golden syrup ones here because it coincides with the protein porridges I'm going to use, which is the golden syrup flavour as well. I'm using the unsweetened almond milk. Just rocking 100 of almond milk. I'm going to put the protein porridge in after the milk, that's what's important. And then I'm going to put that in. I was a little dubious about protein porridges. I just think, what's the point in that? Make your own. And that's exactly what you can do. I just found with these ones, because they're kind of they're a bit more like a ready bread texture, a bit more pre-ground, I guess. I don't know, but they mix really well. Whereas when I used to make it myself using the separate way in normal oats, it used to clump sometimes or whatever. But they provide 20 grams of protein in a sachet, so it's not bad going. But you can obviously just do your own. But again, I would say the same thing. Put the milk, water, almond milk, whatever you're doing in first, then put the whey in with the oats, then mix it that way. That way you're going to get rid of the surface tension that causes clumping of trapped air, or whatever it causes it. Then put it in the microwave, and what you're going to do is put it in there, put it in on for like 45 seconds to a minute every time, and take it out every minute and stir it. I know it sounds like a chore, but eventually you might not need to do it every minute. You'll whatever you use, find your ways, but you will have to take it about halfway through, give it a good stir through, then put it back in. Also be aware, if you're using a whey, it for some reason does make it a little bit more viscous, so it will be a little bit more liquid looking when it comes out, but if you leave it for 1 or 2 minutes, it will thicken up. There you go, that's it mixed in. So that is literally still all just with the 100 ml of almond milk. I'm going to put maybe 20 to 30 ml of water in there, then put it in the microwave. And into that I'm simply going to pour frozen raspberries. 56, take a couple out. There we go, 51. And again, these are going to let off some liquid as well, so it's wise to know if you're going to put frozen fruits or anything like that, again, don't put as much liquid in as you normally would. Okay, so I've literally added around about 50 to 60 ml of just water, and that's the texture I'm looking for. So there we go, that's been on for 3 minutes, taken out at 2 minutes and stirred, and that is kind of, I like my porridge pretty thick, so that's perfect for me. You can see the raspberries have all broken down, gone through really nicely. So there we go, that is breakfast done, and alongside it 1000 milligrams vitamin C in sugar-free berries and cherries. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I just put up on Instagram about my bite and what are the best remedies for it, and we had Benadryl, putting a hot spoon on it, cortisone cream, and what was the other one? Ice. Oh, going to the doctor's and actually getting antibiotics can be that bad. I didn't realise it could get that bad from a bite. But look, I'll see if Lainey can get this for you. You showing it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't think it's fully yeah, you can when you do that.
Can you see how it's an extra lump on top of my bicep? And its circumference goes from here to here. It's a good 3 inches all the way across. You can see the swelling. It's like a perfect circle. And you know, guys who follow me, you have this crazy vein that comes across here. It bit me right on that vein. You can't even see it, there's so much fluid there now. Unbelievable. So, if you want to add an extra 1/4 inch to your bicep, wear a vest, wander into a field full of horseflies, and just do this. Coffee with a little bit of Pro Milk instead of milk, just to give it a chocolatey taste. That's mine over there. And I'm also going to have one of these little apples. So I'm going to have my coffee. Is it black? Oh, with a bit of Pro Milk in it. But where's this going? I have to actually go and finish a beard grooming video after this. So all these little bits you see have gone crazy. Doing a whole video on how to tie that up. I'm not going to eat this.
The land of the boxes.
Well, I'll show you the land of the boxes, but I'm not going to eat this. Why? Because it's a pink lady apple and they're actually higher in sugar than normal apples. So if I was to eat that 100, it'd be 80. It'd be around about like 16 grams of carb for this. Can you see how small it is? So not worth it. So as you know, we're moving in like
a week.
Damn. And look at the world. It's a bit dark, but I'll show you. We're living in a world of boxes upon boxes upon boxes. These aren't even made yet, so we're already running out of living space. And this, which we're in now, is pretty much just the size of our new office, minus the kitchen. It's going to be awesome. What's it going to be? Is it going to be awesome? Is it? Rox?
They're very concerned about boxes right now.
You going in a box? Should we pack you in a box?
No.
Yeah, Rox, should ship you to Taiwan and make you into some Uggs. Is that China? Pug Uggs. Yeah! So, we had to get Bailey a special bowl because she was a pig. Her nickname is Piglet for reasons that she makes snorty noises whilst eating, running, or generally being active. But look, so we got one of these special slow food bowls, and it slows her down so she can't eat it like a lion. And it actually takes her about 20 minutes instead of literally 3. Yeah? Yeah? You're not happy, are you? Are you? You little piglet. So when you're dieting, an important thing to have to hand when you get a little bit peckish and things like that is good snacks. And these are some of my favourite things that you can have, mainly because of the low impact and benefit to your macro targets. And that's these Weight Watchers layered yogurts. You see that? These are good. And they come in like berry flavours, apricot, peach, we've got raspberry, strawberry, all that kind of thing. And each one is equal carbs to protein ratios. And the best thing is, they're all somewhere between 5 or 6 grams of carbs only. No fat, and same 5 or 6 grams of protein. So that's my top little snack. I have 2 at a time. 10 carbs, 10 protein, fruity goodness. What's going on?
Burrito.
Burrito? What have we got in here?
We have horse meat. We have chipotle paste, so you can get it in any supermarket. And we have just a little bit of chopped tomatoes with garlic. Sometimes I add the chilli, but then it makes your nose ring, so I won't do that. And then I add a little bit of lime, because chipotle is actually technically spicy with a bit of zest. So that's why you put a little bit of lime in. And
stop recording. Okay, we had to stop because Bailey puked on the floor and I stepped in it. Just after a shower. Lovely. Anyway, what were we saying?
tomato garlic, yeah. And we also have some frozen chopped peppers, because I'm not arsed chopping up peppers, so I just use frozen ones and they're just as good. And then a little bit of onion and garlic and the usual suspects. And then this is my one, and then this next one.
I bought Lainey this pan the other week, and it is a ceramic bonded pan, not coated, bonded, which means it's completely ceramic. Absolutely no oil needed, it wipes clean, and it is absolutely non-stick. Like, you can fry an egg in it and it will not stick. And that is a ceramic bonded
Bread out.
So this is going to go inside the burrito with the meat. So it's brown rice, Sainsbury's ones. Package, we go with the packet ones all the time now. They're low fat as well, which means they're not putting additional oil in there for when they're cooking. I see nothing wrong with using the microwavable style rices.
A little bit more expensive.
They're a touch more expensive, but not if you get them on deals. And you're using less electricity, less gas, whatever, because you're having to cook it, taking 2 minutes instead of 15-20 minutes to boil down your rice and cook it. Also, it means you're eating fresher, you know, tasting rice, rather than having to build that, make a big batch of it, and then eventually it gets a bit dry, and you know, you have to reheat it all the time. So it's just nicer, and it just makes it more enjoyable. And if you enjoy something more, you're going to want to eat it more. It's pretty simple. So little things like that, don't worry, in my opinion. Per 100, 1.9, carbs 31, and that's all you really need to know about that. And we're going to have that with Joseph's Flax Oat Bran and Whole Wheat Lavash Bread. Why is this so awesome? Well, there you go. It's got some omega-3s in there, but this is why. Look at this. For half a lavash, 2 fat, 7 carb, and 5 protein. There you go. Your 7 carb. 7 only. That is all it is. And that includes 3 grams of dietary fibre, which makes, there we go, 7 minus your dietary fibre, which is insoluble fibres, 4 grams. 4. That means for an entire square of that, it's 8 grams of carb, compared to a normal flatbread or pita breads, things like that, which are more like 20 to 30. Absolutely great. In my opinion, the only difference with them is they don't deal with wet meats as well as the other flatbreads would do. So be aware that if you're going to make a burrito like we're going to do now, if you put a lot of meat in it, a lot of rice in it, you're going to have to eat it with a knife and fork, because the lavash bread won't be able to, it's not strong enough to hold that mass inside it. But for a normal wrap, it completely tastes like normal, it'll deal with it perfectly well. So that is our top tip. And Joseph's Flax Oat, and we got that Muscle Food. Same with the old horse meat, that's from Muscle Food. So links down below for a bit of a discount for yourselves if you want it. Here's a good comparison for you. Here's one from, is this from supermarket?
Yeah.
Supermarket one. There's the Joseph's, and there's the other. This one, 23 grams of carbohydrate, 8. 23, 8. Come on now. I love science. If you're making meals that involve more than one ingredient, how to log it. So, Lainey's gone through this before in her burrito video, so if you want to check that out, that's on her channel. Link will appear in the corner. Click on it. Once all your ingredients are in the wok, prior to cooking, you're going to weigh that. You're then going to cook it off. You're then going to re-weigh it at the end, because you can log the entire thing in your MyFitnessPal as a, what do you log it as?
It's a recipe. You can actually make a recipe. So as you add your ingredients, you're weighing out all your ingredients as you put them into your wok. You've weighed your wok, and you're weighing out, let's say, your 500 grams of horse meat, and then you've got 75 grams of pepper, you've got 20 grams of your paste, you've got everything, and you're putting it all in your recipe in your MyFitnessPal. Then at the end, it asks you to put in your servings. So if your weight, your net weight, which is the weight of your wok before minus the weight of your wok after minus the weight of your wok before, which is the contents, that's your net weight. That'll be, like, let's say 1,500 grams. That's your servings. So your contents is 1,500 grams, that's 1,500 servings, and then every time you weigh out a serving,
which is 1 gram.
Which is 1 gram, so you will say weigh out 250, that's 250 servings, 250 servings, and then you've got like bang on specific macros.
There you go. So you make your serving size for that recipe the entire weight of the meal that you've made, and then per gram, every single gram, if you weigh 100 grams, that's 100 servings. And that will accurately give you the measurements of a dish that is easily kind of mixed through. Obviously this is for something that is intended to be a meal that's relatively balanced through its serving sizes. So for those of us who were with us for the find of the Dairyly Blue Triangles, which are epically great for putting on kind of toasties and stuff like that, which are these things, if you don't know what they are. The Dairyly Light Blue Cheese Triangles. Well, Lainey's got a new love.
It's the Sainsbury's Be Good To Yourself blue cheese dressing. And it is so good. So like that is 14 grams on top. And like the serving size is 16 grams. And per serving, it's 0.5 grams of fat, less than 0.5 grams of fat, and 1.3 grams of carbs.
Boom.
Like that's a winner there.
Kaboom! 150 grams of the rice. Fuck it, 241. So there you have it. How to make a jam-packed, low-carb, high-protein, low-fat burrito the size of your head while cutting, and the macros all up on the screen for you now. You can check out the entire video on how to make this step by step by visiting the link that will just pop up now for you over on Lainey's channel. Don't forget to check it out. She's got a few cooking videos already up on there, but there's going to be more weekly, so week to week, and special ones every month. So we'll keep you happy, we'll keep you fed, you definitely won't be hungry. So macros will come on the screen now. We've got 75 grams of banana, 100 grams of pineapple, 2 layered yogurts, and pro milk. Okie dokie, so because I got up late, oh excuse me, I'm currently at 140 protein, 30 fat, 190 carbs, pretty much. So I'm on rest day today, so no training. On a training day I'm going to have 280 carbs with cardio included from the get-go, but today I'm going to pull it down to 250, just looking at 60 grams of carb left, 20 grams of fat, and I got 70 grams of protein to go. So we're going to have this options hot chocolate. I'm going to have it with milk because I got the carbs and the fat to do it with, and alongside it, do we have any chocky choc? Any Bobster? Is there any chocolate choc?
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not. It's my chocolate.
Mine.
Can I have a bit of chocolate?
No, I'm actually not sharing. I'm not even kidding.
Wet Willy. Wet Willy. Wet. There's a hot chocolates made using our Zhuzha, which is super, and this is the butterscotch one. Trust me, if you like your hot chocolates, that Options butterscotch is awesome. Even tastes good with water, almond milk, but obviously it's best with a bit of milk. I'm going to be having a Muscle Food protein pizza. This is chicken and spinach, and they take 10 minutes and they're super fast. So I'm preheating the oven, and it's going to go on there. And that should do me for the day. So nothing too drastic. It's 11:05, it's pretty late, so I didn't eat much during the day because I was on the computer working. I tend to do that sometimes, especially when I'm not training. When I'm training, obviously you'll see I'll do a full day when I'm training of how I put a lot of food around the training session, which tends to take up a majority of my carbohydrate intake to go around the training session. On rest days I tend to be a bit lackadaisical and mating, which is not always a bad thing because it means at the end of the day I have a nice big meal before bed, have a sleep, and I get to have a few fun things. I do tend to have less meals on rest days than on training days. I tend to have only 3 or 4 on rest days, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you are staying consistent in hitting your targets, you will get there. The only downside of piling a lot of your food in towards the end of the day is that you can get a false mirror look in the morning, especially if you have something that's a little bit high in sodium or something like that. So if you're a person who's easily affected by the way your reflection looks in the mirror on a morning, I would say be consistent through the day, having your meals regularly. But if you're confident in what you're doing, you know how your body reacts, yeah, it's not something you worry about too much. Very, very thin base on these, which is just the way I like them. So macros are on the screen, and I'll see you at the next meal. All pizzaed and happy. This is our little routine. Hot chocolates. And once upon a time, if you haven't watched it, it is kind of sillily addictive. Shred diet that involves butterscotch hot chocolate and pizzas. Once upon a time. It's not a bad diet at all.
What can I do for you?